Those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It got his man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Lance now on 1st down. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. A little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Got his target, Samuel. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second Lance. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, Can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point try now for Vedvik. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 72 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Play fake. Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. To the 36-yard line, stop there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Lance now to throw. Oh, and he finds Danny Gray. And out of bounds right around the 20. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Once more with Mitchell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Lance. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
To throw is Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out to his left. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. They run over center with Mitchell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Lance. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a free possession game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. Now Murray off play action. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 30 on second down, Lance. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Murray now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Murray's throw completed to Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Murray. That's out to the flat for Gordon. There's the stiff arm. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Lance going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
14 yards that time for number 14. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. And that's checked down to Gordon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Another run to Mitchell. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. He's got it. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Murray. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side. Get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come out with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Right back to Mitchell here. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football when coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. But how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Okay, right? Driver, green. Green jack. Yellow blue.
Lance and company going on 4th down. A desperation heave for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for San Francisco, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out